So video lesson 5-1, which is slope. So our first idea with slope is that slope equals vertical change over horizontal change. And as many of you, if not all of you, are familiar with, that's rise over run. So as an example, example 1, what is the slope of the line shown below? So we have our first coordinate or point at -3, -1, and our second coordinate or point at 2, 3. So slope is rise over run, so we want to see how much our graph between these 2 points rises, which is going up vertically, and how much it runs, which is how far it goes horizontally. So we go up 4 units and right 5 units. So therefore our slope is going to be 4 over 5 because we rose 4 units and we ran or went to the right 5 units. The slope formula. Note, letters with subscripts are constants. We plug into formulas. So x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2 are actually all going to be constants. When you put a subscript, which is the number on the bottom right, with the variable, it becomes a constant. It's not a variable anymore. So let's say we have the line with the 2 points A at x1, y1, and b at x2, y2. Using our formula for rise over run, we're going to rise up y2 minus y1 units, and we're going to run to the right x2 minus x1. So this gives us a slope formula for the rise over the run of y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So we just need to see how to use this in an actual example. But before we do, one thing to remember, because we cannot divide by 0, x sub 2 minus x sub 1 cannot equal 0 here. So example 2, what is the slope of the line through the points -1, 5, and 2, -1? So what we'd like to do first is we have a 2-step process for our solution. Step 1 is identify the correct subscripts. Notice the 1's go together and the 2's as subscripts go together. So x1, y1, and x2, y2. So we're just going to identify by actually writing right above the coordinates x1, y1, x2, y2. So we can then go to step 2, which is fill in the formula. So we're going to literally put those values in the slope formula, y sub 2 minus y sub 1, x sub 2 minus x sub 1, plug that right into the formula. Notice that when we have a negative in the formula on the right, we always want to put that, when we have a negative and a negative, we put that in parentheses. That'll give us a positive. So what we end up with is -6 divided by 3. We always want to reduce our fractions, so we end up with the slope equal to -2. And that is our video lesson on slope.